Just now I did a video in Sinhala about the various disruptions happening about the people's right to vote at an election in Sri Lanka. There are regional bodies to serve the people, and there's an election to get the representatives to those regional bodies, municipal councils, and various things in Sri Lanka. And it is the people's right and people's voice, and it's the people's what people's going to choose who are the people represent is going to choose. That's a basic human right. That's a basic human right, and it's a powerful human right. That's a most innocent way a person can express his idea on who is the best representative. And by counting votes, the people can get an idea what's the commonest, who is the best person, who is the best people, and the common choice of the people. So it is the collection of ideas of the people, and they come into a compromise idea to find who is the best person. So this basic right of people are violated, and it is in the constitution. People are the power, highest power in the government, and then that power is going to abuse, and it's going to twist, and various bending and various things happening these times in Sri Lanka. And this is discussed in that video in Sinhala, and I'm going to tell about it in English here. And first I want to come to that because I can remember there was an article in Colombo Telegraph saying that the American, some representative or American FBI or somebody, American authorities brought some evidence of how money has taken legally, money has taken legally into America by a Sri Lankan then president's son, some money. And he has gone there 12 times, or 6 times, I can't remember, 6 times or 12 times, over 2 years from Sri Lanka and America, and each time he has taken US dollars 10,000 from Sri Lanka to USA legally. This is legally, very legal person, former president's son who lives in America. But he wanted to know, he divulged that to the USA government, but whether the same is divulged to the Sri Lanka government also. Sri Lanka Export and Import or any other financial authority or somebody, customs or somewhere, customs, isn't it? So this issue is very gladly they put forward to then Prime Minister, and he was very happy. The Prime Minister, the person was very happy, and he was thanked by the Prime Minister, giving that much of evidence that some corruption may have happened, some irregularities may have happened in handling of our finance, and that's very good, and they thank. But later, that person found this is not went through. And in the same article that Dulheratto, somebody is telling, Dulheratto Pulheratto, somebody, he's the writer, writer of that one. He was telling that that is in the temple Temple Trees Palace, Arligaha Mandire, the Prime Minister's residence, and it is in his in his beds, under the mattress of that bed. It's still having the dust. It has dust, only dust. They are not materialized, and that was the thing. But we have. I was that was published in Facebook by me also, and some other may be published. So somehow that the Prime Minister didn't do anything, and he lost his elections, he lost his electorate, he lost his everything, and he came by a chance of nationalists to see the parliament very recent, some time ago, and his first speech, he took that Mattos I described in the Tupulherat's this thing, and he forward in the parliament and told, this is nothing. This is not given to me. This is totally wrong. There's no any document related to this thing or any evidence related to this money smuggling has taken place, and I don't know anything. I don't know anything. In the parliament, I was watching his first speech because I was also interested about Sri Lankan politics, and we have to believe that. Understand? We have to believe. He was there appointed that time as a prime minister with votes from people to protect people, to protect people's right, to protect people's money, to find whether there's any misconduct, and when they are punished in the court of law and in the very way, then they won't do those things. They don't do. There's a system in the court of law, there's a system to punish these people. If that is happened, if they inquire, or preliminary inquiry, or whatever inquire, if they guilt, or then punish. If they are not guilty, release them. And tell the people he's not guilty, or something like that. Anyway, and this is what we call, if in Sri Lanka we have, then paddy fields have that boundary and around each paddy, then these paddies coming out and they are protected by some fences also. But people are telling, if the fence and this boundary, boundary elevation are eating up the paddy field or taking the paddy field, the harvest, who is going to whom they can complain? If the American FBI people complain it to the Prime Minister, then Prime Minister, and it is not taken up, they are the protectors of the people's right. They are the protectors of people's money. They are the protectors of people's ideas. Are not going to protect like the paddy has to protect by the fence. Paddy cultivation is for the harvest of the people. People do it, and it is not protected. So then, to whom you can complain? So this is the problem, and this problem. Very recently I heard that in that video I was telling something like that. And we have a powerful election commissioner those days, and he once when there is an election conduct, police should give the support, or police should give defense for the voters. That no rioter can enter into the polling booths and violate the people's rights. And if something happen, the police people should follow the orders of the election commission, but not the chief of the police. It's not the chief of the police. They have to follow this one. If chief of police is saying, if anybody violate elections, they can shoot only below the knee. But the election commissioners think, no, it is not enough. We should shoot at the head. Then I am giving example. But that was the order also. That time that they had to shot at the head, not at below the knee. It should be that type of violation of elections were there those days. But even that power was not enough for conducting fair elections in Sri Lanka, and then they found better to have a election commission that is so powerful election commission, and above those powers. And the election commission has the authority to tell any person, any government officer to do these things. They are above their secretary, they are above the ministers or anything, so that it's happening. And recently, there was an election to be scheduled on 9th of March, but that is not, they can hold it because the Treasury Secretary is not releasing money to conduct that. And the government printer was telling that I don't have money, and police is not giving enough the protection for the printing people, printing presses, and there should be some protection of the election ballot papers. There should be some, and that is not given, so that she cannot have the print ballot papers. And the police is telling, no, I can give only 2 people out of billions, not billion, I know lakhs of police people. They cannot give 2 people. They cannot give more than 2 people to protect this printing press, government printing press. And also, Treasury, the Parliament has agreed, I think, about the 10 billion or something for the year from the budget allocated for the elections. And out of that, Treasury Secretary is telling, then they ask some, I think 2 billion out of 10 billion, 2 billion, something that is the proportion. I cannot exactly remember. And he's telling, no, I cannot give. It is for some other purposes, priorities, not for election. The Parliament allocated that amount for that. For foods and priorities also allocated. And for the election, they have allocated. It is approved from the Parliament. And they is telling, no, I can't. And I can't. So by that way, they are going to prevent the elections. And what is here? You have to understand what I was building up this argument. And within the people has a right to express their their ideas by voting at election. People have an idea. That is their basic human right. When there is a basic human right for them to vote and say very innocently, very peacefully, this is my choice. This is the representative of my choice. So they are going to represent them. That is the basic right of a person. Then he can go to court, or he can take the election commissioner also, commission into courts and ask, these people violate my right to election. These officers violate my right to vote, my basic human right. So in that case, then they can, then the court can ask, okay, there's a case against you. Then that person can come and tell, I don't have any orders. It is in papers. I saw it in the papers, public papers, internet and news, TV news. But I don't have any orders such. What? Any orders? No, I had no. So show me any orders if you have, other than from this press and medias. Other than, show me any written. Show me. If it was there, I would have released money. That resettlement. If then this fellow chief of police may say, if I get orders, I would have appointed another 40 40 police people to give protection. Or the printing press, to the printing press. Government printer would say, if I had orders in writing, I would have print this thing well before March 9th to conduct the elections. Where is this? So where is this? So that is what. This is something to think we people as low intelligence. They are not respecting. They are insulting to the people's intelligence. They are what is this? What is going on? We don't know. There's a drama. There's a drama. No, all can escape. Election Commission can say something. The Treasurer can say something. Treasury Secretary. Government printer can say something. And the Chief of the Police can say something. There's no orders. So this is what happening in Sri Lanka now. Their intelligence, and they are working for somebody else, not for the people, not for the people, not for the people's right. So this is the same thing happened sometime in Sri Lanka. That's one other example. I gave one example of that Upul Hera's Colombo Telegraph article, and one other example is when I was traveling in a bus, the person that the passenger went into the driver and hit very hard. I heard from far away. It is very hard. It was a very big hit. But then it is a violation of the driver's rights. It's a criminal act. And then he took the entire bus into the police station. And that particular person could not escape because people grabbed him, hold him. And then what happened is that then the police took the complaint from the driver, and they got evidence also, some evidence from other people that this is happened. So now there's a case for this. And then they wanted to take the person who did the attack, the criminal, they were looking for the criminal, and criminal was not there, he's missing. Maybe he got arahat and he got ardi. Oh, he has some supernatural powers to get away from the. This is reasonable. No? This is reasonable. With his using supernatural powers, he could have escaped. And if he's arahat, he could have escaped. So it can happen. But this has happened. For my intelligence, I know what has happened. It could be higher authorities or something, some favor may have happened from the authorities. They are authorities to protect people, protect the drivers, protect the public from unlawful criminal conditions. But that authorities listen not to the common public but to someone. So the similar thing happening here. That's the second example. You have to combine those two examples, and you have to combine the contents of this thing, and you have to understand there's a game going on. There's a game going on. It is not end. There's a court order at the moment, and they are going to tell that March 9th they are going to have another discussion. They postponed it from 3rd. They said we are waiting for the election court order. And they say, okay, you wait. The 9th is there another meeting to conduct elections. We are waiting, but still we don't know. For my small intelligence, I think there's a game. Thank you very much for watching this video.